Master.
Oh, okay. So if I stream Monster Hunter World or a different game, you know, it kicks me out. But if I stream D&D, there's no problems whatsoever. Okay. Okay. That's some bullshit. It kicked me like 4 times that one time I was streaming the final boss in Iceborne, but no, when it's D&D, it's all perfect. Alright. So the stream's up. If anyone talks in chat, I can just look at my TV.
Fuck.
Okay.
Uh,
Are you okay?
No, that's the perfect way to start a live stream.
yes.
Oh,
It's his intro.
okay.
It's his intro.
Yes. it's his intro. Okay, well, if you guys don't know, there are a few other episodes on Brandon's channel, so if you wish to have context of the last episode, please go check those out.
Yep.
We don't remember shit.
It's been a while since you've done one of these, okay.
It's been a long time,
Bear
yeah.
with us. Figure it all out. Okay.
Sound or you hear somebody sleeping in the back.
Just falls asleep. Okay. Is everyone ready?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Shoot.
Alright. It's been 3 days since the events of the first mission. Both Samuel and Troy were injured during the battle. Samuel in an unknown way, and Troy losing his arm. Samuel, while being in a stable condition, remains in somewhat of a comatose state. Troy is doing better, but with the loss of an arm comes pain. While he's awake and doing better, he still needs to rest. After returning, Demonsin was taken in for testing and other experiments. While Dion and Caroline tried to defend Demonsin, he was still taken in the end. Times have been tough. Dion seems hurt and lost with anger, and with a feeling of knowing somewhat failure, doesn't know what to do. While Demonsin feels like normal, the feeling of not belonging, the feeling of being looked at like a monster, nothing more and nothing less. So it's beginning. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is, Reggie, you might be absent for the beginning part, but you haven't taken. Dion?
Yep.
We start with you running. You don't know where mentally, but your body seems to move on its own. It's like it knows where to go by itself. The more you run, the more your surroundings start to blend in. You see places you've been, starting with the bunker, running with your friend Reggie. As he fades away, it switches to you running in the Salvation area, where all the innocents were.
Yeah. Excuse me.
As they being invaded as well, it changes to your time with Alexandra. Her, too, fades to nothing. And you finally stop, come across a crying Caroline, and nothing but a room of darkness surrounding her. As she turns to you, tears flowing like a river beneath her eyes, she cries out, "How could you let this happen, Dion? How could you?" As you finally look around, you see a decayed Samuel, his body wrinkly, old, with the smell of death looming over him. Once again, it fades to nothing. As you hear sobbing behind you, you as well turn to look at that, as Roy, holding what seems to be an arm and a leg, turns and says, "This is all that's left. You arrived late again, Dion. How did you fail again?" As Roy once again fades, a mirror drops down. As you see yourself, you begin to get closer as the mirror you seems like a dead, decayed version, just like the one you saw with Samuel. As you reach out to it, it grabs you by the neck and screams, "Foolish Dion, you're letting everyone die, including yourself." Just in that moment, you wake up. Dion, it's Lynch. Lunch is ready. We'll be waiting for you in the lounge area. Come whenever you like.
Yes, sir.
As you wake up, you have this sense of feeling just nothing.
Just nothing. Yeah, I have that. You know, that straight gone face. Just
you feel weird. You don't know how to necessarily feel. You feel like your emotions are twisted in a bundle, and after that dream, you just kind of lost in a way. Wow. You just sit up from your bed. You kind of just look around. You're like, another day, you know.
Yeah.
As you know, Lynch called you to the lounging area. You can go there, or you can also check around your room if you wish.
I would like to go with the second option.
Okay. So, you know, you look around your room, and, you know, for the past 3 days, you haven't really been much in here other than to sleep and leave. You've mainly been visiting Roy, or Troy, I'm sorry, and Samuel as well. But what you do notice is you still have the demonic book that is open.
Yep.
That you haven't read in a while since the last time you read it, but it's still there. You have your armor that was also fixed during the time that you were there. And honestly, nothing else, nothing really much else. It's the only thing you have in here.
Okay. Alright then, yeah, and then I go ahead and leave the room.
Okay. So, you know, you get up, walk out, you head into the lounging room, and as you head in, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Alright. Perception 6.
After that dream, you just kind of don't notice anything. Kind of just walk in. The only thing you notice is actually your food sitting at the dining table, and you don't really pay attention to anybody else that's in the room. You pay no mind to no one, and you kind of just sit there and begin to eat your food. You know, you're eating your food. You know, you're getting the sense that, hey, this is, you know, pretty good. You know, but not enough to heighten your spirits.
Yeah.
You're still feeling down. As I need to roll something. As Justine sits in front of you. How you doing, Dion? She says to you.
If I'm to be honest, I'm not feeling too good right now.
I can see it. You got despair written all over your face. Trust me, I know what that face looks like. If you're wondering who made the food, it was Caroline. She cooked it all for all of us.
He's still showing the the expression that he knows that it's Caroline who made the food. He's not, he's still not too excited, or he's not really happy, but he makes a little tiny smile on his face, and he's like, I can tell her food always tastes really good.
That bet. I did train her for a few months. If also you're wondering, she's down with Samuel. She's been there mostly all morning, as well as Roy with his brother Troy. Troy's doing better, but Samuel is still in an unknown condition.
How's Demonsin?
That one?
Yes.
To be frank, I haven't talked to him at all. I had no sympathy for demons, half human or not.
Well, here's the thing. He was the one who helped us out.
Fair enough, but I have my orders to stay away. I follow them just as that. As she turns to you, she looks at you and says, You know what, Dion? I don't know your story. I don't know your background, why you're so determined to fight. I figured while we have time, we might as well talk to each other. Share each other. Learn each other. When it may not be on the same group, but, you know, friends need to know each other's backgrounds.
Yeah.
So, what's your story?
Fine with that. I'm fine with that. So, how should we begin? Like out of character, I did write down extra stuff, like the last time we wrote into the session, so this is going to be entirely new.
Okay.
So, it all started back when, back when school was up and running. And my brother and my sister and both my mom and dad are at home. And this was like the day before all this happened. And, one night I heard something, and, I thought my brother watched those scary movies almost all the time. And so I went back to sleep. But then the next day I got up, I went to look around outside, and I noticed that there was a fire going on, but it was like a wildfire. It looked more like it was already burnt out, and just left on the street there's still a fire going on. So I decided to walk downstairs, and I noticed that my family was gone. Both my brother and sister weren't there, but my mother and father, I saw them try to escape, and I did hear them try to wake me up, but the problem was it was too late. But due to my brother and sister are probably out there somewhere. I just don't know where. But ever since then, I found my friend Reggie, and I think you already know the rest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Loss of someone is always hard. Trust me. I hope we do find your family. I do. She kind of turns to you, just kind of sits up, and she's like, well, since you said yours, I might as well share mine as well. Just warning, it's not a pretty one.
Okay.
She sits up, she kind of like, for the first time you see her, like, just breathe in to, like, calm herself down before she starts to speak. As she gets up, she says, as I was born, I was put into child trafficking ever since I was old enough to, at the age of, I want to say 5. For most of my life, I was raised by other children. I was moved around, used, eat, basically everything you would see in that kind of area. And the older girls around me taught me how to fight. Of course, not fight back, that would lead to my death, but fight in general to maintain myself and find a way to survive. Eventually, after that, the military saved me. Of course, they came in, but I had no family to return to, and with as broken out how I wasn't going to go to a foster home of any of the sorts. So, I stayed in the military. I used what I have learned from others, and I fought. At a young age, I was exceptionally above others due to my hardships and my determination because of that. I've always had an itch to survive, and it's what's kept me alive to this very day. I fight to protect those who can't protect themselves and kill those who have wronged others. Soon after, I was brought into the UAC. For my fighting skills and determination, Dr. Hayden had chosen me himself. Of course, me being the youngest of the big 3, I was still the first to emerge out of all of them. I've always disagreed with Hayden. I've never really liked him, but orders are orders, and I know how to follow my rules. And just as you said, you know the rest from there.
Yeah.
That's where I met the others, and we've been fighting together ever since.
I did forget to answer your question earlier about why I fight, and the answer is, ever since I lost my friend, all I feel is nothing but hatred against the demons, except for one, and that's Demonsin. I have a lot of trust in him. I mean, he did fight with us, and we had tough times, but he didn't leave us. He didn't betray us. He was there for the entire thing. And so, I feel like for him only, I feel nothing but respect. But the other demons, no. They're eventually, they're all gonna perish, but I can't say that now because I'm pretty sure they're still multiplying. But he cracks his fist a little bit. But
she turns to Dion and she says, "That's good. Not only the respect for your friend, but the hatred and determination to kill any demon in your path as well. You'll need that. And I know it's hard to smile at times like these, but hey, chin up. Trust me, I've been through my bad share of hard stuff, and it may seem like there might not be no better times, but I promise you, not only with your help and everybody else's, with the big threes, we'll save this world. We'll return it back to what it was, by any means necessary." She kind of stands up and holds her hand out for you to shake it.
I shake it back. I will.
Nods back. She says, "Thank you for your time." She kind of turns and says, "Hope you have a good meal," as she leaves.
I nod and I continue to eat.
Okay, just as that happens, we flash over to a special someone. Demonsin,
Yep.
we scoop over to you. You're in kind of a iron steel cell, which is the ground steel, the walls are steel, no windows, no nothing. There's just bars in front of you with a door, of course, that you can't open. But around you, on the other hand, next to you and the cage in front of you are empty. Other than that, every other cage is filled with demons to the bring, such as Hell Knights, Revenants, Mancubuses, but instead of them having their weapons, they all been de-weaponized. Some are missing body parts, some are, just basically on the brink of death. There are many of them here. Not every demon, but many of them. And by that, you realize that this is an experimentation area. And nothing severe has happened to you yet. Of course, they've just kind of came in, taken your blood, and left you there. They've fed you accordingly, but of course, you've still locked up in a fucking cell. So, you're still kind of pissed off. As you're sitting there alone, someone actually walked up to you, and he kind of looks over and goes, "Oh, are you Demonsin?"
And I said, "Yes, I am."
Such a fascinating creature. Half human, half demon. I didn't even know something was so possible. I'm sorry, I seem to mumble a lot. My name is Dr. Lemon. It's nice to meet you.
Cool. When I'm gonna get out of here?
Frankly, I don't know that. I was sent here not to only study you because of your amazing physique, and I'm extremely curious, but some of them are not nicer doctors. I don't like taking bits and pieces off of demons. I feel it's cruel. I'm not much of a fighter myself. As you look at this guy, you can tell he's scrawny. Like, he's wearing the typical kind of like lab coat that, the white lab coat that everybody in here is wearing, but he has a little bit of like ingrown hairs. And it's kind of just like super thin. As it looks like he just haven't been able to shave, but he also isn't the type of person to grow a beard like that. He's scrawny. He isn't much. His hair's kind of just like frizzled and it's like straight, so it goes down, but it's kind of just all over the place. Like, this guy has, instead of like taking care of his hair and beard and shit, he has better shit to do. That's what he kind of looks like. He's like, hey, I don't got time for that, right? As he looks to you, he goes, I'm opening the cell now, please don't try to escape. As he opens the cell, quickly closes it and locks it back in. He says, you're such a fascinating creature. I'm sorry you have to be locked up here. It's honestly kind of discerning. As he kind of bends over with a needle as he goes, is it okay for me to take your blood?
Sure, go right ahead.
As he goes over to your demon side and he goes to poke in the needle. When he pokes in the needle to your demon side, you don't feel anything. The moment he starts extracting your blood, on the other hand, this pain is excruciating. Okay, the moment he starts extracting your blood from you forcefully, I need you to roll me. Let me see. I need to roll me. What would this be?
Well, it's if you want like to feel like internal pain or at least regular pain, I think it'd be con.
That's not what I'm rolling for. I'm rolling for him not to scream.
Oh, not to scream.
Blood.
Oh,
No, it's gotta be a D4, D6, D8, D10,
D20,
D12.
D20, D20.
Alright.
Yeah, that's for basic rule for everything. I'd say just roll me a straight.
strength sounds.
Yeah, I was about to say roll me a straight strength check.
Yeah.
Just roll it and then add whatever your strength saving throw is, or your strength modifier. Same difference.
I got a 16,
Ooh.
With your modifier.
and that's for my saving throws, right?
Yeah, then plus whatever your strength modifier is, or minus depending on what you have.
So that's info 0, so strength is 2. So I got saving throws was 0.
So you wouldn't add anything then. If you have a plus 0, you wouldn't add anything. So it's just a straight 16. So as you're extracting your blood, you feel a lot of pain, but you know you're kind of you're used to pain. You kind of just bite your lip and just let him do it. Just give out just like a. He extracts the blood. He just kind of looks at it. He's like, extraordinary. As he puts it back to his pouch, he looks at you. He says, again, Mr. Demonsin, I'm extremely sorry you have to stay here. Hopefully, Dr. Hayden will listen to my request and let you out soon. Time being, have a good day. He kind of reopens the thing, closes it back, and leaves again as you're just again alone with just the screams of these demons and everything in the background.
It's just like hell, but I'm in prison.
After that,
So
we
the humans or demons?
flashback to you, Dion.
Alright.
As you're, you know, it's been about 15 minutes since you wait. You're kind of just sitting in the lounge, just relaxing, thinking to yourself as Alexandra walks up to you. Excuse me, Dion?
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Hayden would like to speak to you with himself. If you would head over to him, that'd be really appreciated.
Alright. I'll be on my way.
Okay. So you get up, you head to Hayden. Takes you about like 5 minutes to get there, because you know it's all the way where Dr. Hayden is.
Yeah.
Once you arrive, you know, again, Dr. Hayden is this fucking just giant ass robot.
Yeah.
This fucking robot, he kind of turns to you and goes, oh, you finally come. As he sits down in his just chair, he looks at you, he goes, I must say, I haven't had the time to tell you all, I've been a bit busy, but you did well on your first mission. I withdrawed a lot of information from you, and that was on purpose. I wanted to see how you would do on your first mission, with being at the least amount of information possible. Sometimes we don't have the info, and when we do, that doesn't necessarily mean we'll give it to you. But if you're still able to complete your mission, just as you did, you'll be considered one of the best. As he also looks to you, he says, as well as 2 of your inmates were injured. I understand that, but I do have to give you all props. You did fight an ace General Hell Knight.
Well,
as he turns to you, I need you to roll a knowledge check to see if you know what an ace General Hell Knight is.
Alright, let's see. That'd be a history check, right?
Yeah.
Got a 18.
With an 18, you remember seeing it in the demon book, but you don't remember what it said.
So, I remember in the book what it says, but I don't remember.
We give you a book, and you can't even have the time to read all of it. But well, an ace general demon is a demon of the same caliber, such as a Hell Knight, a Revenant, an Incubus. It is the same as those, but due to it being an ace general, not only does it lead the others, but it's exceptionally stronger than the others. The Revenant you guys fought was also an ace class general. These demons have a certain signature on their chest, as it kind of goes to his chest and kind of shows you the indication as what it is it's basically kind of start where your pec is, dash down to about your heart, go straight up to your other pec, and dash back down across the line, but don't connect it at the end. That's the mark that ace generals have on either on their chest or some point in their body.
Oh, okay.
As he looks to you, he says, not only are these demons faster, smarter, and stronger than the rest, but again, as I said, they lead them. You were able to take out an exceptionally strong ace general Hell Knight. Just the 3 of you. That's a pretty strong feat, because 1 ace general is equal to about 5 or 6 of the normal demons alone. Congratulations.
Thank you,
He
sir.
stands up, he turns to you, says, I need one more thing of you. As he looks over, he says, this is Dr. Lamont. As Dr. Lamont kind of turns over, hi, Mr. Dion, sir.
Hello.
Dr. Lamont will escort you to your demonic friend, as he will be released soon. Of course, it must be under your care and under your identification. Well, nothing more than nothing less. Please go retrieve him. I would rather not waste any more time with this conversation. Dr. Lamont, show him. As Dr. Lamont's like, yes, sir. As he's like, follow me.
I follow him.
So, as he's following to you, he's kind of talking to you, and he's explaining throughout the research we found on your demonic friend. I must say he's an extremely rare case and extremely wonderful to examine. Not in a bad way, of course. He's so unique. The only one of his kind, actually. It's very, very interesting, but we've actually found out that his demon side is... How would I explain this in simple man terms? He doesn't say that in a mean way. He's just saying that as, like, just kind of talk. He's just kind of those people that just talk and talk.
Yeah, like the smart guy. Yeah, they're like, like you won't understand.
yeah, basically. He just goes over. He's like, it's his demon side is some sort of anti-life. It exists in a state between the living and the dead, and it's extremely harmful to both, which is probably why the demons outcasted him, and also why he harmed your friend Samuel so much.
Well, I mean,
through experiments, We found out that a lot of exposure to such content and mixture with the bloodline exactly can decay the body to an extreme amount. As he says that to you, you kind of have a flash to your dream as you saw the decayed body of Samuel and yourself. As he said, direct contact with your bloodstream can decay the body to an extreme amount.
Dion closes his eyes and makes a small grunt, like, damn it. Like to himself.
He kind of touches you. He's like, oh, don't worry. I know you must be worried about your friend, but we have a solution. I promise. As he also says that as well as hand-to-hand touching, if he touches you with his hand, again, long exposure can decay that part of your body as well. As he kind of eventually leads you down into the demon area, or like the demon cell holding. As you see all these demons kind of held up, other than the Mancubus, like kind of being chained down so it can't move and fire its flamethrowers at anyone. There's also some imps, cocodemons, stuff like that. So you're walking past, like especially the Hell Knight, as it's trying to just, you walk past it tries to reach out to you. I need you to roll me an acrobatics check.
Alright. Athletics?
Acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatics. 17.
As you do that, you just almost dodge it, as it kind of just grabs you and slams you into the locker. As you kind of bump your head on the locker, but just as it does that, it's just a collar around its neck extremely just dazes it, as it just falls to the ground, just kind of just does like a demonic scream as you take as you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage to your head. Kind of just like, oh, fuck.
Dion's just straight up pissed at the Hell Knight.
As Declan's like, oh, he just kind of grabs you and ushers you in the middle. Please, stay in the middle. Don't walk near the cells. They have a tendency to grab. As eventually you will finally walk down the hallway and end up at Demonsin. Dr. Lemon kind of peeps around the corner. He's like, hello, Demonsin.
What's up?
I brought one of your friends. Today's your release from this captivity. Of course, with that doesn't mean our experiments will end. We'll still occasionally come in and take your blood, or, an ounce or two. We don't mind that, but with freedom comes precautions. As he pulls out a glove and a sort of leather jacket as he slides it under the gate. Please put these on before you have any tendency to leave. And I mind you, if you take these off near any human, any guard, or person around, as he turns to Dion, is forced to draw their gun and threaten to fire. And if you don't comply, you will have to fire. As he looks over to you again, Dion. So please, for everybody's sake, keep the glove on so nobody else is injured.
Alright.
As he basically re-explains to you about your demonic side, about how it's anti-life, and, it's harmful to both demons and humans. Because you always knew it was harmful to demons, but you never knew why. Because you're the only one in your kind, and, nobody ever explains it to you, right?
Yeah.
So, after he explains it to you, you get your stuff on, he unlocks the cell for you, and, he looks to you and he says, well, now that you're back, Miss Caroline is waiting for you both in the Relax Lounge. You would make it to her. She has info on your next mission. Good day. I must get back to my work. As he kind of leaves, you and Demonsin are together. You guys have a few minutes to talk.
Okay.
But, before you have to head up to Caroline.
Okay. How are you holding up, Demonsin?
Well, prison's like hell, and I kind of got used to that. But instead of humans are getting tortured, it's mostly demons. So I'm kind of used to it.
Eventually, when, maybe after our next mission, I'm gonna try to see if we can help you out of what you want to do. Because remember, you did say after you escape from hell, you want to find your father, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone hates you. Everyone's talking a lot about you, but if I'm to be honest, ever since you helped me and Samuel out, I can't feel that way how they're feeling. To me, you're just like a regular human. You're nice and kind. And you know, I can trust you. I don't know about the others, but eventually they'll trust you. Just don't, if you're gonna backstab or do any of that, you know what happens next.
If I even did want to betray you, first of all, I wouldn't be that stupid to like attack anybody in the damn camp.
Yeah, exactly. Because this place is armed, and they can get you. But other than that, I do have something for you, but I'll give it to you later.
All right.
Let's go talk to Caroline.
So, as you guys head back upstairs, you basically go back to a relaxed lounge, and this is your first time in there, Demonsin. As you kind of walk past this narrow hallway, seeing many doors to many rooms that you don't really know what's in, you basically reach the final door at the end of the hallway. As you enter, you see this is insane to you, okay? Because you have always lived your life underground inside of a cave. You see furniture. You see furniture, like a nice glass table. You see an entire kitchen, which you don't know any of the content of. You don't know what the fuck this is, with what seems to look like a metal tube that ejects water, fresh water. You were in hell. You never got fresh water. You got bloody water. Okay. So
hell, even lava.
Yeah, or lava.
Yeah, lava.
So all of this is just kind of out of your fucking mind span. You're like, this is how the humans live? Huh? As, there's a window painting of showing the entire view of what's left of the city, and because this city hasn't been touched yet. This is one of the few cities in the world that have not been overrun by demons. So it still looks like a town outside. Of course, it's extremely populated because they're taking in refugees, but again, it looks normal. And you've never had a window. You've had a window maybe when you lived with your mom, but you had the view of hell. It's dark, gritty. You don't like that shit. So, this, on the other hand, it's just out of your conversation. It's so fucking wild that this is how the humans live, basically. As you walk in, you see Caroline kind of sitting down. As she sees you walk in, she goes, "Oh, you guys are finally here. It's been a while, and Demonsin, I'm glad to see my argument with Hayden paid off. How are you doing?"
Oh, it's doing great. What's that thing over there?
What do you mean? What are you pointing to?
The kitchen I do not know of.
That's our kitchen where we make our food and cook it and stuff. And right when she says cooking, you're like, "You cook your food?"
You cook your food?
Yes, I forgot you live underground. You really wouldn't have had any other way other than over a fire, but that probably didn't taste the best. Well,
yeah. It tasted like shit.
Well, hopefully soon I can make you something and you can enjoy human cuisine for once.
Dion's gonna tilt his head near Demonsin. Trust me, her food is really good.
Really?
Yes.
So I've been told, as she kind of has a smile on her face, but she goes, "But seriously, our next mission is..." What the fuck? I did not say PS4 operate. Turn the fuck off.
Caroline, PS4 deactivate.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? It's so weird. Anyways, okay, she goes, there's a plant that grows in a place which Hayden calls the ruins of the skies. It's a destroyed temple on an off-planet from here. It's apparently one of the origin spots for demonkind. In there's an herb that grows, and it might be the salvation to Samuel's health. If we can achieve it and bring it back within a day or two, the doctor said they can clone it, grow more, and hopefully find a cure for us to Demonsin's anti-life.
Good. I was just about to ask about Samuel too. If we at least find a solution, that'd be great.
He's, again, still in this comatose state. He hasn't moved, hasn't blinked, and hasn't spoke at all. They have him on a life support so it can breathe for him.
Okay.
Hopefully this will do the trick.
Yes.
She kind of looks over. Well, we still have about 3 hours before we have to set out, so do as you please. You may conversate with anybody, of course. We have time. She kind of turns around and goes back into the kitchen. This is where I need both of you to roll initiation to see who can talk to who first.
Alright.
It's still a D20, right?
Yeah, so roll a D20 and then add your dex.
Oh, that's an 18.
Okay. Reggie?
17.
Damn, one off.
Damn.
Okay, well, Brennan goes first by that. So, as you look around the room, Dion.
Yep.
The people you see around the room are, you see Roy, Caroline, Lynch, Justine, and Alexandra. That's everybody who's in this lounge right now.
Okay.
And with what you were said, you may conversate with any of them.
Alright. I'm gonna go to Roy first.
Okay. So you head over to Roy as Roy's kind of, sitting down alone, just kind of thinking to himself. Caroline was sitting with him, but then she got up to tell you guys about the mission. Yeah. And after that, she went to the kitchen. So you go up to Roy. He's like, actually, no, I'm going to roll something to see if he notices you. He notices you. He's like, hi, Dion, it's been a while. Yeah.
Hey, Roy. What have you been up to?
Nothing much. I've been visiting Troy, of course. You know, he's doing better. He's not unconscious anymore. They've managed to patch up all the blood, which is really good. When you look at him, you can tell this man is frazzled.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of just shaken up a bit, frazzled, and he doesn't seem like normal Troy.
Hey, Roy. Tell me something.
I said Troy, Roy. Yeah?
How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Roll insight.
Yep, I was just gonna ask that. Oh, well, that's a good one. That's a modified 22.
Okay. Okay, well, you beat him as you kind of like, you see through him, but like, you're not necessarily, when you see through him, you can tell he's not alright, but you can also tell he's also not lying when he says he's good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, he's still lying about something. There's still something he's really worried about. But it's not deterring in the fact that he's still good.
Okay. So, are you sure you're feeling okay?
I guess I can't hide everything. Well, with Troy being injured, it's... How do I say this? I'm kind of used to it. With how our life used to go before the demons attacked, I'm pretty used to him being injured. Not in too much a severe way. But my main problem is she kind of just goes like, I've never really spent time away from Troy, and going on a mission without him it's a bit scary.
I understand that.
He just kind of starts to explain that since me and Troy were just kids, we were always together, even when our father used to beat us and hit our mother. Troy would always stand up for it, even if it meant he got hit more than me. He was always there, and with our mother kind of leaving, going to do, honestly, I don't know, we'd be left without food for days, and no matter what, Troy would always give up his food for me. He'd always help me. He always stuck by me, and even when he finally stood up for my mom and me to fight against our dad, he put us up for adoption, and in the end, Troy still was there for me, and when he needed me, I necessarily couldn't help him from losing his arm. And now I have to go on a mission without him, which I've never done before.
Well, we both know he's feeling better, at least. That's really good for him. And, you know, I hope the people who are helping him out are giving him, you know, an arm that'd be useful for him. But you already know for this mission. You already know the mission, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
About the tomb and the herb. Caroline already informed me.
Okay, good. Because I was thinking, if they're not doing anything for his arm, when we come back from the mission, I'll try to make an arm for him. Since Commander Alexandra is type people stuff with medical, but with electronics, they could be probably the same. So I can help your brother with that.
Thank you, Dion. Really.
No problem. Anything for our friend.
He kind of breathes in. He kind of has a smile on his face now. He's getting back to little old cheery. Well, he turns to you and goes, "How are you, though? You seem like you were when we first met you."
With the last mission, I just feel hopeless. But trying to you know, be back and being excited again on the mission, but I made some mistakes, and I've been told by Hayden that, you know, I had a really good job, but for myself, no, I didn't do good. But hey, it wasn't only me who did good, but Demonsin also helped us out too, which I want everyone to stop, you know, think that he's a monster. I mean, to be honest, again, he helped us, and you saw him too. He came out with us. He didn't try to do anything evil, but
Roy will kind of just lean over to you and just whisper in your ear, like, honestly, in my opinion, he looks fucking cool as shit.
I know he does. Trust me. The first time I saw him, the first thing that came to mind was, I want to fuck with this guy. He looks so goddamn cool. I can't. But then again, even with his blood, I can see why it's in good use for his arrows. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart of him. But you know, since we haven't earned a team now, I feel like he could be a really good use to our team.
Honestly, so do I. Really hope Hayden allows him to stick around.
Yep, and hopefully they, you know, with Demonsin's blood, I hope they don't extract too much out of him.
Yeah, I'm hoping that as well. I really want him to be safe. If we need to, we'll protect him.
Yes. And if anyone keeps, spreading out rumors or keeps spreading out that he's a monster, I don't care if anyone else doesn't want to say anything, I'll say something. Because again, we have to give props to him too. He helped us. Even though there were some slip-ups from all of us. He was still there for the entire thing. And he even helped us out, ultimately for the entire mission. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't know where that thing was that Dr. Hayden wanted. But that does come to question. We did see, demon humanoids there. Which, maybe they're on the rise. But, we don't know.
Hopefully. But we'll figure this out. Together.
Yeah.
Let's kind of hold his hand out for a fist bump.
Yep, and I do a fist bump back. Yeah.
It's like,
Together.
oh, by the way, Dion.
Yeah.
He kind of stands up and he walks over to the other side of the table. He's like, I want a rematch. So he puts back down his arm.
Oh,
for an
a
arm wrestling
rematch.
match.
All right then. He goes to stretch his arms. All right, buddy. It's been a while since we did this. So your friend might be a little rusty.
Roll an athletics check.
Oh, okay. 11. That is a modified 21.
You got a modified 25.
Damn, yeah, that destroyed me.
Wow.
At first, you guys are struggling, together. At first, and eventually he's just like, he kind of just cracks his neck as he just, boom, just within a flash, you just go down. You're just like, holy shit, what just happened?
When trained you guys? Good.
Yeah, basically. As, you guys do that, and he kind of laughs, and he's like, basically just keeps talking to you as you guys are kind of conversating again.
Yeah.
With that, is there anything else you want to say to him?
Yes. So, Roy, you still have that club on you, right? The one with all those spikes on it?
Yeah, my hammer. It's in my room.
Okay, good. Yeah, remember to bring that.
I will. Trust me, it's my little handy-dandy toy.
Yeah. Also, with everything else that's going on, I kind of want everyone on board on this. But if there's no more missions left, let's say Dr. A doesn't need anything for a couple of weeks or even months, I was hoping that we have, our team, even once, if Samuel's back and healthy again too, I want to help Demonsin for, finding his father. And he said it's supposed to be here in this realm, or on Earth. It's supposed to be here, somewhere. And I was hoping if you want to come along with you and your brother.
Okay, I'll be down for that.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, as after that, you guys just keep talking,
Yeah.
conversating after, and
We just talk
that's
about
when
like
we flash over
bodybuilding
to-
and shit.
Yeah, he talked to you about his workout regimen. What he does.
None of
how he got
taking
so
notes.
buff. Yeah. As we flashed over to Demonsin, it's your turn. Who would you like to talk to?
Who's in the room again?
It is. See, it is Roy. Caroline. Well, Roy was talking to Brandon. It's Roy, Caroline, Alexandra, Justine, and Lynch. Which the other three, the only people in here are Caroline and Roy. The other three people to you look fucking scary. What you see is you kind of see this kind of big burly man, kind of in the representation of Brick, just without the fucking circle head. Okay, this kind of has scars over him as well, fucking big and buff. You see what looks to be kind of like a skinny but muscular fighter. She seems kind of like fast and agile. She's Asian, kind of with like the how do I explain that? The Asian hair. You know what I'm talking about, the female Asian hair. Like, it doesn't go down, but it like stays on top of her head. And then last, you see what kind of looks like to be just a brunette girl, you know, fairly well built, you know, not really muscular, but still in shape. Looks very kind, you know, pleasant, and yeah, those are the three people you see. But you also get the sense of like, all right, maybe don't fuck with them. Or if there's anybody in here I shouldn't fuck with, it's them. They just have the essence of just experienced fighters on them.
And Demonsin, and you're like, all right, do not talk to those three. Because they hate demons and they'll fuck me up if I go there. So I'll talk to Troy. Is that his name?
Roy is talking to Brandon.
Oh, so I guess
Caroline.
Caroline.
I mean, you could talk to one of the big three if you wish.
It's just don't fuck with them. Yeah, it's just don't fuck. Yeah, just don't fuck with them. Don't.
I'm not tempting fate. All right, I just got out of prison. You know, I did prison time.
I don't want to get thrown back in.
I can't even tell what's worse, hell or that prison. So I'm just gonna talk to Caroline.
As you walk up to Caroline, she kind of looks back. She's like, "Oh, Demonsin." She's in the kitchen, by the way. How convenient. She's like, "Oh, Demonsin. Surprise. Would you like to help me cook?"
Sure. I'll try my best.
Okay. As she basically kind of like walks you over. She basically shows you what a stove is. It's a gas stove, so she's basically trying to explain to you on, you know, how to turn the nozzle, how a fountain works, you know, all that different stuff. I need you.
I think something bad is gonna happen.
I need you to roll me an intelligence check. Just straight. So a D20 plus your modifier.
What'd you roll?
Alright, I'm gonna explode the kitchen tonight, boys!
What is it? What is it?
I got a 4!
It's not that one.
She's explaining this to you. She's explaining this to you. You know that meme where all the numbers flying by the guy's head? That's what's happening to you right now. She's just like... She finishes everything, she's like, "Okay, Demonsin, you understand?" You're just like, "What the fuck?"
Fuck?
Did you not understand?
No.
Just, no. She's like, "Oh, I see, this might be a bit more complicated for you to understand than later. How about this then? We can talk as I cook. Because I'm afraid I wouldn't like the entire place burning down today." She kind of says that with a chuckle. But, you know, as she starts cooking, you know, she's cooking grilled cheese. Okay, she's not cooking anything fancy. You don't know what that is, but, you know, out of character, that's what she's cooking. In character, you don't know what the fuck it is. As she's, you know, as it's warming up, she turns to you, she goes, "So, Demonsin, how was your time in prison? I know you said you're used to it, but, like, did they harm you in any way? I just would like to know."
Well, the only thing they did was extracted it from my demon side, the blood.
I'm good they did nothing extreme. I know the doctors here can be a bit fidgety. She kind of, you know, turns back to the kitchen. She goes, "Also, I wanted to say I'm sorry for lashing out to you at the end of the mission back there. I haven't had much time to apologize. I was just frazzled with Samuel being hurt and Troy being hurt and me supposed to be the leader, and I just got overwhelmed, and I'm really sorry."
No, I'm in the wrong. I'm the one that lashed out Even though I just got, even though I'm the newcomer here, I should have like asked what the hell happened to you guys.
Oh, thank you. It seems both of us made mistakes. Hopefully we can help fix it together.
Yeah.
As you know, she finishes cooking and she puts on a plate and she says, "Here, try this." She puts in front of you what looks like cheese and bread. It's cheese with, it's just bread with melted cheese in between. She's like, "Go ahead, try it."
So, what is this?
It's a grilled cheese. It's pretty simple.
Alright.
You gonna bite it?
Yep.
Hold on, let me roll something. This is the best shit you've ever eaten in your fucking life. Like, the moment you take one bite, you're just like, you start eating the whole fucking thing. Okay, like, it's so fucking delicious. It's like, bro, the fuck is meat? I'm all about that grilled cheese. Showed a nat 20, by the way.
Yes. Yes.
And this is simple in your guys' turn?
Yes, I didn't know you enjoyed it that much. I'm glad.
This is the best thing ever tasted.
She got a laugh at that and smile. She's like, "I'm also sorry about your past. I understand. It's hard being around here." As she kind of sits.
I can imagine the monster's like, yeah, just eating his grilled cheese.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Oh.
I need you to roll me a perception check with disadvantage because you're gobbling down this grilled cheese. You don't really care about anything else. So roll twice and take the lower number, and then add your perception modifier.
Alright, roll twice with the d20.
Yeah. And then the lower number you take, and then add your modifier.
20.
If only it was with disadvantage. What's your second roll?
10.
And what's your perception modifier?
Um, 2?
Okay, so it'd be a 13. Wait, 12.
It was a 10. It was a
12. Yeah, so it's 12.
Yeah.
It's 12, yeah. You just take whatever you rolled on the dice and then plus it by whatever it is. So if it's 10, it'd be 12. If it's 15, it'd be 17. Stuff like that.
Alright.
Anyways, so as you're eating this grilled cheese, as you look up, you see next to Caroline that big ass burly man from earlier, the one that looks like Brick from fucking Borderlands, standing in front of you as you're eating. You just gotta you just stop eating, you just stare at him. He's like, so you must be Demonsin.
In my mind, I'm like, I'm boned. Yes, I'm Demonsin.
I want to see. I want to roll insight. Are you trying to hide the fact that you're scared?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me deception. I'm gonna roll insight.
It's alright, I'm D20. What did I get? 3. Alright, he knows I'm terrified.
Wait, what's your modifier for deception?
Deception. +3.
Oh, so that's
You beat him by 1 point. You had a 6. Beat him by 1 point.
Are you serious?
Both of you rolled a 3. Both of you rolled a 30.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
Yeah. So he can guide it down a little bit, but he's not really pressured on it. He's just like, oh, well, I've heard a lot about you, and I wanted to say thank you for, helping out everyone during that mission.
Oh, you're welcome.
He kind of pulls a chair, kind of sits down, looks at you, he goes, listen, I know I might look threatening, and frankly, you don't know much about us. So I figured I might as well tell you, and also tell you that we have no ill will against you. No matter what Hayden says, you're still human, and as long as you help other humans, you have no reason to be a threat like the other demons.
Alright.
As he turns to you, he says, well, me... As he turns over, he points over, that's Justine, and that's Alexandra, as he points over to the brunette-haired as Alexandra, and the Asian for Justine, as he's like, and I'm Lynch. We are a group called the Big Three here, where what you qualify as the top dogs, in quotations. It's like, we are the main ones to go out on missions, and we're frankly the best here at combat and, ingenuity and etc. We are actually the people who trained not only Caroline, but Dion, Roy, and Troy, and of course, Samuel. You seem very well experienced yourself. Are you self-taught?
Yeah, I have been mostly on the run.
I see. That's hard. Well, if you never need anything, you can talk to the three of us. We're on your side. It's kind of just pats you on the shoulder. Pats you on the shoulder. He's like, well, have a good day. I just wanted to say that. Goodbye, Caroline. As Caroline's like, bye, Lunch. So he kind of just walks off. Hold on, I'm really good for Caroline.
I'm surprised I didn't die.
Kind of looks over to you like, she just looks over to you like, she looks over to you, she just smiles, she goes, you were scared as a bitch.
I'm like, fuck you.
Fuck you. Slipping the grunty. But with that, both conversations end. As Caroline's like, well, take an hour to relax, train up, get your gear together, meet in the training facility in 30 minutes. So, she leaves, everybody leaves. Demonsin, you actually go with Dion as you go back to his room because you don't have a room. As once both of you enter your room, Dion, you see as now your bed, it's now a bunk bed.
Oh.
As there's a note on your dresser that reads, since he's under your watch, he will not only be your roommate, but your partner. So,
hey.
Have fun. Lynch. So, basically, you and Demonsin now share a room.
Hey.
So, basically, as you go in there, your armor kind of pops back up, so you can put that on for the mission. Demonsin, as you look over, your crossbow, all your weapons, everything you had is kind of sitting over in like a crate box to the side, and also everything that you brought with you is still in the room as well.
Yay!
So, as you get your armor on, Demonsin just gets his crossbow and arrows ready. All basically you're ready, and you head back down to the what's the name of it? The training area. There we go.
Is my sword also in there? In
Yes.
the room as well? Alright, so I take that as well.
Mostly all your shit's in there.
Yeah.
So both of you gear up, and you guys head down. Once you get there, it's you two. You see Roy sitting there in his armor as well, with his fucking hammer on deck. Okay, as well as Caroline and hers, with all of her gadgets as well. And she's like, okay, are you all ready?
Yep.
Born ready.
Okay, let's go. As she hits a button on her suit, the fucking the portal opens up, and she's like, let's go. As you guys walk through. And once you walk through, the portal seems to stop as you arrive on... Hold on. This kind of how do I say this? This kind of palace-looking place. This kind of broken... again, it's floating in the sky, and you can see bits of the other pieces of the place floating in the sky as well. Where is... Okay. I'm sending a picture into a group chat. Oh shit, that's the wrong thing. I was sending something else. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm acquiring the picture. Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry, hold on. I saved it to the wrong phone. I realized that now.
Demonsin goes to the palace. This is the most evil shit I ever seen ever. Make my way downtown, walking fast. Oh wait, I should rephrase it. Walking down a portal, seeing the monster, seeing the temple.
Okay. So just imagine this, what I just on the group chat, but in the sky. Okay, as it's kind of floating, and it's just bits of it floating around the place, as well.
Oh.
So that, but it's in the sky, basically. As you were in that basically kind of beginning hub area where you look forward, and it looks like to be a elongated hallway, but the pathway to it is broken. There's bits of rocks that are still floating, floating in the midair to, so there's still a path you can jump across, but again, you'll have to jump across.
Yeah.
So, with that, Caroline's like, I was told the herb is planted somewhere towards the middle of let's head there. As basically she says that, she just kind of runs over and begins to jump. As she, she gets rolled advantage. Hey, okay. As she kind of runs and jumps up, she see a run, boom, boom, do a double jump, kind of land on the first platform. She's like, come on, let's get moving. As she's basically running and jumping across platform to platform. Roy then proceeds to do the same thing, as Roy succeeds in doing it as well. And now, when you two go, I need both of you to roll me an acrobatics check. Acrobatic or athletics of your choice. It's acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, thank you.
Choose.
I'll gladly take the other
Acrobatics.
one. I'm taking athletics. 19.
19? Okay, you do it with these, Demonsin.
Alright, I rolled a 10 and my acrobatics is +3.
Okay. So 13, so you're kind of Demonsin's falling, he's kind of stumbling a bit. He jumps on one and, his leg kind of falls down, but he catches himself with his other leg in his hands and keeps running.
Alright.
As soon as, you guys pass all of it, you guys basically make your way into the kind of the center area where you saw. Hold on. You make your way into the center area that you saw. What? You kind of walk up to what seems the door, but it isn't gigantic or. If you want to gauge how tall it is, I'm gonna need you to roll an investigation check.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look too much taller than a human.
Investigation. 12.
Okay, with the 12, you can gauge it's about, I don't know, like probably 10, 11 feet tall. So like it's big. It's way bigger than a normal door, like for a human. But like, it's not necessarily like, and it's not wide either. It's just kind of just long. It's not wide, so it's not like a mancubus or anything could fit through this because they kind of.
Fat bitches.
But like, as you're also looking at kind of like,
Yes.
as you're kind of looking at wood's design. This doesn't seem like any type of wood from Earth. It seems harder, if that makes sense. Like, as you're rubbing it, it kind of has like a steel feeling, but still natural in nature.
Huh.
As, you know, Caroline tries to go to open the door. It's not budging. She tries it again. I'm gonna roll. Not budging. She's like, well, how are we getting through this?
Demonsin, what do you think?
I could use one of my arrows for the king with my blood on it.
Roll me a history check, Demonsin.
History. (17). And my history is 4.
Ooh.
No, 1. Sorry.
Okay, so 18. So, with that, you know the way to open these doors is there's usually a type of panel or something around. This is one of the doors that the High Priestess used to use. Like, from just gazing at this door, you can tell this is a place of the High Priest demons. Like, the demons from that used to live on top of where you lived in the castle. Like, this is one of their places. As you know, you kind of look to them as you realize we need to find a panel.
Alright, guys. We need to find a panel on this door.
So there's a secret thing on the door that we have to press?
Yeah, because this is one of the High Priestess, like, kind of temples. And I experienced them in the past.
Caroline just, I see. Well, if we're gonna start looking, before she can finish that, Roy walks up and kicks the door so hard that the entire thing just burst open. He's
Yes.
like, okay, let's keep going. As Reggie, you are shocked. Okay, because with the type of forgery this was something, it was made out of something called steel wood, which wood was basically as hard as steel itself. And he just kicked that shit open. Okay, he had a 19 plus his modifier, so of course he kicked that shit. Kicked that shit open. He was like, okay, let's keep moving. So you're like, okay, he's strong as shit. That's what you get from this.
Dion's
he is
like,
strong as shit.
and Dion just sit there like, well, I guess I expected that.
He's like,
Well-
just by his workout regimen, this will make sense.
Yeah.
Well, fuck the panel, I guess.
This is what he meant by the 24-hour workouts.
As Caroline kind of looks, she's like, well, I guess that's the way to do it. Let's keep moving. As, you know, once you guys enter through the doors, what seems to be another kind of like smaller pathway, the moment Roy takes a step, it's kind of just like candlelights just flicker all the way down into like this pillar in the middle, which if you look around, this is the only pathway standing. Everything else around is just nothing. It's just if you were to fall off, you would fall to oblivion. It's just, you can literally see the clouds in the air if you look over. This is the only pathway that stands. But if you look at the pillar, you can't see that there are other doors around it. So there were other pathways, but they're gone now. So basically, you know, as you guys start walking towards it, you basically get to this pillar-like thing as, you know, Roy kind of steps inside of it. He's like, I don't know where to go. As Caroline does the same, and both of you follow. The moment you do, the pillar lights up, and it's like the ground that you were on starts to pick you up, just like as it's an elevator.
Oh.
And the moment you get up, it stops basically on the second floor, as we're just like, never mind then. As he takes one step, as the tile basically under him, boom, drops down with a purple light color. As he's like, what is this? As he steps off of it, he steps into the middle. He's like, okay, what's gonna happen? Nothing. Nothing happened when he stepped on it.
Dion's gonna shout out, maybe they're arrows if we mess up. He looked at the monster while saying that. Yeah, he looked at the monster while saying that.
What?
Hopefully it's not arrows again.
Well, if they are, I can collect them.
Well, does anybody take another step?
I'm just gonna analyze the ground to see if there's any more of those tiles. Which
roll me an investigation check.
Yeah. Investigation. Let's see. Oh, it happened, boys.
The natural one.
Natural one. I don't know anything.
That seemed to have been a misstep in the ground, because this place is old. There are no other tiles, no possible way there could be any other tiles here, and there is no trap whatsoever.
Guys, I think that's only 4
You say that as you start marching forward.
Guys, I think that's the only tile. Roy, that was probably just one tile. That's it. There's nothing else here. Let's go.
As they're just like, okay. As you start walking, you take a step on the other purple one. The moment you take a step, Roy disappears. Not disappears. The ground below him falls. As when you see him fall, you look over. He's just falling out of the sky. There's no ground under him.
Fuck.
As right when you look over, you're like, Roy! He's teleported back into the elevator as he, boom, slams and hits the ground. As the ground that just disappeared comes back. As he takes 6 points of damage.
Dion's just gonna look
down.
down.
And hits the ground again.
Dion's gonna look down, like where Roy fell, and look back up. What kind of black magic is this?
And
again, I was gonna say, Demonsin, I need you to roll another history check.
Alright, and my history is 1, so 10.
You've never seen this before, and you've never interacted with it, but it's another one of the priestess machines that they use to get into secret places. That's all you know, and you know it consists of 4 pallets in a certain order. So the only one you guys know of is the back one.
So, guys, the High Priestess made this technology, which I don't know much, but these panels we have to activate in a certain order to get by it.
And we did see Roy step on one, and nothing happened. So the one he stepped on must be the correct one.
As you said, Demonsin, you also know that there's typically one tile in the middle that does nothing, and then there's a tile behind it, a tile in front of it, and then to a left and right. So it's kind of just like, it's like a dance pad. How you kind of stand in the middle and there's nothing, and then you have to like step on each one, you know, like an arcade dance pad. That's kind of like what it is, for retrospect, for like out of context. That's what it's like. As Roy kind of gets up, he's shaking his head. He's like, ow. Well, that would have been good to know before someone walks on the panel again. He stands up, he's like,
listen, man, it looked pretty obvious it was just one tile.
And he re-steps on the back one and then takes a step back into the middle. He's like, so, what's the other pattern? Caroline walks over and she's going to roll. Oh. What is her investigation? Sorry.
You're fine.
She rolls a okay. As she kind of like looks over onto the walls and like kind of just looks over and feels the wall. She's like, I see something wrote here, but it's in demonic. I can't read it. She looks over. She's like, Demonsin, come here.
All right.
As you walk over, she kind of shows you the writing and what she found. As you can see what starts with back, and then there's a blank because, like, again, it's kind of like deterred and broken down. It's like somebody carved this into the wall for some reason, but you see what looks like to be. Hold on. It says back blank blank right blank back. So you know the first.
It's back.
First, fourth, and sixth. Or fifth, I'm sorry. No, sixth. So you know the first, the fourth, and the sixth. So you know the first one is back because Roy just stepped on it. And then it's blank, blank, right, blank, back. That's what you read.
So, back, blank, right.
No,
Blank.
this is another blank. 2 blanks.
Oh. Back, blank, blank, left, no, right.
Mm-hmm.
Then, left?
Blank. Blank, back.
Blank, back.
So he repeats that to all of you, and Caroline's like, I see. Well, we have majority. We just need to figure out the ones between. What do you think, Dion?
Well, yeah, I have to agree.
What could it be? As Roy's just like, well, if nobody's gonna do anything. Roy then takes a step onto the up panel as he's like, lifts his foot off, he's like, I think I got it right. Falls again. Boom! Teleports back in and takes 5 points of damage.
Fuck!
Is he looking pretty
like,
hurt?
Ow!
Can I tell he looks pretty hurt or no?
No, he's not that hurt. He's
Okay.
kind of just on his head.
Cause I got my stim gun and my around my belt just hanging out.
He's alright.
Alright.
So he's just like, well, I'm not going on that again. Who else wants to go on it?
I'll do it.
Okay, so walk, you step on the back one, boom, it comes up. All you know is it's not the first one, or it's not up. So you still have left and right.
I'm gonna try right.
You step on the right as boom, Nothing happens.
Okay.
It's like, well, that's one.
Yeah, that's one.
Now we need the next one.
And I can go either like up, down, left, or right still.
Yep, yep. And the next one is up, down, left, or right.
Damn it. Okay. I'm going to try up.
You step on up. Vroom. Nothing happens.
Okay.
And now you know the next one is right, so you step on right.
Yep.
Vroom. Nothing happens. And now it's blank back.
Blank back. So I can only go back?
No, it's one in the middle, and then the very last one is back.
Oh.
So you can still go up, left, right, or back, but after this one is back.
Okay. I'm gonna try left.
Step on left. Vroom. Nothing happens. Step on the back. The moment you step off the back, the ground under you starts to rumble like you're gonna fall. And then, through the wall on the side, a kind of door just kind of summons up in the wall. And there's the doorway.
Whew.
Justine, Caroline, good job. Did it on your first try. That's pretty lucky.
Dion is sweating like shit right now. He's like, door opened.
As all of you keep walking, you basically are now walking down this hallway. As you're walking down this hallway that opened up, it's a bit dark, but you can still see. With that, Demonsin.
Yep.
There's like, how do I say this? There's like a lonely wisp. You know, like air, like when you enter somewhere that hasn't been touched in years and years,
Yeah.
it just kind of has that lonely kind of sound to it. That's what this place has right now. And I need you to roll me an investigation check.
Alright, got a 5, and my notebook is on the chair. Investigation is 1, so 6.
You read something on the walls. And it reads out. The only thing you can make out of it is our birthplace. And that's it.
Our birthplace. The fuck does that mean?
As you kind of realize that, you keep walking. You start to find what looks like to be dead bodies, but not human bodies. Demonic. Most of these are demons, and some this kind of mechanical thing it's not like decayed, but it's kind of rusted away in some sort of way. And you also, I'm gonna roll an investigation check for Caroline. She finds what looks like to be kind of humanoid figures, which, like, with what's left of the body, they've kind of like grown into the grass, you know, like their bodies have grown into the grass. But what you can see, it looks fairly human until it gets to his other side. As you kind of walk up, its carcass kind of reminds you of yourself.
What? Why is there... I thought I'm the only half demon and half person.
As
There's
Caroline's
others?
just kind of... What is this place? As I'm gonna roll her an investigation check. That's high enough. She looks over to the walls and she goes, "There's more here." She kind of, starts to look as there's kind of like writings on the wall. Like just before when you guys were in the elevator, it looked like somebody itched this into the wall forcefully. Like into the stone. As you look to it, Demonsin, you read, again, it says, our birthplace, our heaven. As I need you to roll me a history check. As you kind of see like a drawing of what looks like to be a war.
I'm rolling.
With advantage. Roll with advantage.
Well, I got a 15.
Roll again.
And I got a 20.
You got a nat 20?
For my second roll.
Nice.
Yeah, that counts. Well, you get all the information. Reggie, you know what this place is? This place is Devil's Heaven. It's it's heaven for demons. This is the place where all demons were born. Your mother used to tell you it about all the time, where it's the place where they thought they would go after they die. It's salvation to them. All the demons not only used to live here in peace, but, this is where they believe they return to once they die. And what you know is this place was attacked, but what are known of the Khan. Even to you, even you being an outcast, you were taught to hate the Khan. They're essentially angels. They're the gods of this place. They kind of came into this place, attacked you, attacked your people, and, basically forced them out of this place. And ever since then, Devil's Heaven was lost to time, but it was still talked about as a fairy tale and as a belief. What you know is there was a great war that... You had a nat 20, so you get all the information. There was a great war that... that was against good and evil, in quotations, which basically led to the divide of the Khans and the demons, as well as creating the bridge in between, which were humans.
Guys, this is Demon's Heaven.
Demon's Heaven?
This is where demons thought they can go after they're kind of dead. But all of this because of the Khans.
As you say Khans, Roy kind of looks over. You mean like the angel-like figures? As you're surprised he knows that, Dion.
I don't think
he's like,
Dion knows this about the Khans.
No, you can roll a history check with disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good roll. Damn. Alright, what history for 15?
15? You've read about it. It's the Khans are a sort of side belief, just like such as Jehovah's Witnesses, people who believe in God itself.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's what was known as, some people believed in the Khans as being a higher power, something that not only did they create humans, but also were at one of the first beings in creation, alongside of the demons. The Khans are like angels, while the demons are devils. But in most folktales, the Khans are kind of like Norse gods, where they're not that good. They never really did anything good. They don't care for humans, just like the demons don't.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you know.
All right.
You didn't know they were ever real, though, until, well, now.
Yeah.
As Roy kind of looks over, he's like, they're real? Wow.
Yes. They are.
Wow. That's...
But what I still don't understand is, why are there people like you here?
Yeah.
Because...
That's something you don't know.
Yeah.
You thought you were the only person to ever be like your kind in existence.
I don't know. I thought I was the only person that's half demon, half human.
Huh. You think Hayden knew about this? As he kind of turns to Caroline, as Caroline ends up and he's like, no, he didn't. He informs me that they've never actually traveled at this place because they didn't know if it was inhabited by demons or not. But I guess we found our answers. There shouldn't be any demons here. They've all been lost to time.
Well, I suggest if we keep our guard up still, just in case if anything goes wrong here.
True. Well, I suggest we keep moving.
Yes.
This is a lot of information to take in. Do you guys keep moving on?
Yeah.
As we're moving out, Reggie, right now, you feel like you're in a wonderland. Because this is like, imagine visiting a destroyed heaven. Like, you actually visiting heaven itself. But it's kind of destroyed. That's what it's like to you right now. Because your mother would always tell you stories and everything about how wonderful this place is. So right now, you're kind of just walking around, looking at everything, being like, wow. This place is amazing, you know? Like, even though it's not that good because it's all destroyed, you're still like, wow.
Those cons are about to pay.
Yeah.
I can't believe they've done this to Demon's Heaven.
As you guys basically arrive at this place, it's sort of in this, like, open kind of garden area where it looks like it never was a garden, but it's been so old that somehow, even though this place is in the fucking sky, there are plants growing here. So it's wow. It's just overgrown and stuff like that. Just as before, it looked like they were, kind of just in the ground. So it makes you believe that there was dirt under the stone here, and it's kind of just rised up throughout time because it's been fucking, you don't know how long, it's been fucking forever. But as you're walking, you see this giant fucking thing. Like, this thing is fucking massive with kind of has horns, it goes up, it's fucking huge. Like, it's as big as the fucking place itself, as it's kind of just sitting in this area with its legs and everything out, dead. With that, I need you to roll me a perception check, and I need you to roll me a history check, Demonsin, with advantage.
Alright.
So that's 2 rolls.
Yeah, you can also roll me a perception check as well, after history.
Alright. So roll perception?
Yeah.
Alright. 15?
Okay. Demonsin.
Alright.
What was your history check?
Oh, the one I just rolled with, I got 13. And plus my history is 1. That'll be like 14.
Okay. You know what this thing is. This thing is a fucking titan. What they used to be kind of what guarded the hell itself. They were the roots upon roots. They were they were higher than the priest. The Titans are what kind of led the demons against the Khans in the Great War. And seeing one of its bodies has you fucking shook. As well as Dion, you see something in its chest. You can't really decipher what it is, but there's something there.
Guys,
What?
I was gonna say, guys, do you know what kind of demon this is?
I have no idea,
No.
but there's something in its chest, and I don't want to touch it, but I may try to see what it is.
But you don't understand. This demon, it's higher than the priestess.
Wait, this thing's a demon?
It's a demon, and it's not one of the, and it's one of the strongest demons.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, then never mind. I may not touch it. I think I'm not gonna touch the thing that's in its chest. But...
When you say that, Roy starts climbing up the body. To
Roy.
see what it is.
Damn it, Roy.
Yes. He climbs up the body with kind of effortlessly, and once he gets to the chest, he kind of just looks over. He's like, "It's a handle.
Why would it be a handle?
It's a sword handle."
Wait, what?
As he grabs it and he kind of pulls it out, and walks down. He's like, "It's just a sword handle." As he shows all of you, Reggie, you know what the fuck this is?
Yeah. That's just not a normal handle.
That is a Titan Slayer, a weapon of myth that was strong enough to not only kill Titans, but had enough energy in itself to fuel this entire place. One of them alone, and there were multiple weapons of this. You can't make them anymore because, assumingly, all the Titans are dead. But this is a fucking Titan Slayer.
Whoa, this is cool.
So, guys, I have some good news.
What's the good news?
That handle is a Titan Slayer.
A Titan Slayer?
What is that? Well, I guess it's in the name, right? It takes down Titans? Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but not just that. There's multiple weapons that can power up this entire place.
What?
Jeez.
But since I assumed all the Titans are dead, I don't know how to forge it.
Huh.
Well,
this seems like a rare artifact to find, then.
Yeah. I mean, if it can take down them, imagine that taking down a priest. That would destroy him, right?
Really beneficial.
Yeah.
We should probably take this with us.
We should.
Or kind of said, this kind of holds it with him. Well, as you guys look around, you basically see where you need to go next as you kind of leave the body alone. Okay, so as you guys are walking, you actually kind of find what looks like a cauldron in the way.
Ooh.
As it's boiling with this sort of like lava-like substance. As all of you are just like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, you're just like, the fuck is that? You don't touch that. That's the one thing you don't do.
I'm gonna walk up closer to it.
You and Troy begin walking up closer to it as the moment you get there, the moment you feel over it, there's this sense of heat that even in your armor, you can feel how hot this shit is. This shit is blistering.
Oh.
Like, if you didn't have your armor on right now, this shit could potentially burn your skin from the aura alone.
Ooh.
As you and Troy look over it, Troy's entire hand goes into it.
Oh my god, Roy. Roy, no bitch.
As he screams in pain, he also states, "I can't stop myself!" As, his hand is literally stuck in this fucking lava as it's burning.
I'm gonna try to pull him out.
You try to pull him out, Caroline will assist. So roll athletics with advantage.
With advantage, thank God. God damn it. Well, 18?
You almost get him out, and he goes back in.
Oh, Demonsin, we need your help.
Before Demonsin can make it over, Roy pulls his hand out.
Oh.
His hand isn't injured. He felt pain, but his hand is not injured.
Oh.
As the Titan Slayer weapon begins to glow and radiate with this kind of red electricity, like electric energy, as the moment he moves it a little bit, a fucking red, steaming hot blade emerges from the tip of it and just fuels Roy with this type of power that he's never felt before, and he's just like, I think I activated it.
Demonsin? Is it activated?
Yes, it is.
Whoa.
As you know, when he thinks, he just goes back, and the red energy around it kind of dies down. There's kind of like lines in it that are still red, so you can still tell it's on, but it's not really radiating that energy anymore. As Troy's like, we should probably put this away for later.
Yeah, let's do that.
Troy pockets it behind him. He's like, when I was near the pot, it's like something else took control of me and was telling me to put it in. It sounded like your voice, Dion, in my head, so I assumed it was just you saying it, and you knew it was safe. I don't know. That was weird. He kind of just shakes his head.
That is weird. Shall we keep going?
Yeah, I think we should. As eventually, as you guys keep going, you enter this giant room with about 4 columns. Again, there's still kind of grass everywhere. As you look up, and on this kind of like mountainy hill, you see what looks like to be just one single plant. Like, this is the only plant you've ever seen that's actually fully grown. It kind of sprouts out, and it only has that like there's torches and stuff lighting here, but this area alone has that single beam of spotlight. You know, in video games where it's something important, it's just like that single beam of spotlight coming from a hole in the roof that is shining on it. That's what's happening with this plant right now.
Alright.
As Caroline looks at it, she's like, that's it. That's the flower we need.
Yes, but I don't. It can't. There's no way it can't be this easy, of that plant just being there. You know, it's out in the open.
We should probably check around to make sure there's nothing around us.
Yes.
An investigation. Caroline looks around. Caroline doesn't find anything.
Can I try?
Yep.
That doesn't count. Even though it was a nat 20, I'm not counting that. Alright, that will be a 13.
You look around, it looks like nothing's been in here for decades. Not eons, decades. Like, nothing has been in here at all.
Man, it doesn't look like anything else.
Centuries, even. It looks like nothing's even opened these doors in forever. Miss Caroline's like, is everyone ready?
Well,
Yep.
yeah, let's go right ahead.
She walks up. She grabs the plant. She's like, 3, 2, 1. She cuts the plant. Nothing happens.
Oh.
She's like, oh, that was anticlimactic. She
It
puts
really
the
was.
flower away in a certain pouch she was given, so it would, you know, when it died, and it would actually stay hydrated. As you guys turn to start leaving, as the entire place starts shaking
Oh,
in
okay.
itself. As boom, pieces from the ceiling start falling down. As Caroline realizes, oh shit, this place is collapsing in on itself.
Let's go. Love it. Let's
So-
just go.
As you guys start to book it, fucking like the entire door just a rock in the middle just boulders down and just boom slams in front of the door. It's too big to jump over, and it's blocking the entire doorway.
Damn it. Roy,
Yeah?
hammer time?
Hammer time as he pulls out his hammer. Come on, don't fail me now. As you see him kind of breathe in as his entire armor kind of burst blue, like with this kind of like, it goes blue and then it
Ooh.
bursts red. It's kind of just steaming out as he.
Ooh.
As with that roll. He grabbed his hammer. He spins around about 3 times as he connects with the rock, and instead of breaking it, he hits it so hard that it boom, and it slides down the hallway, breaking the ceiling, and eventually, because it's the boulder itself was so heavy, boom, falls and takes most of the pathway with it.
We're fucked.
Well, shit.
Well, as the ground behind you guys also starts caving in, you see, Caroline kind of look where she's like, there, as she kind of points to the wall. There are pieces of the rock in the wall that are kind of like forming a pathway where you could jump from wall to wall to wall and then to the other side.
Alright.
It looks like it would take a lot of effort. She's like, I'll go first. She rolls. Oh yeah, that's right, she gets advantage. Oh, nice. Okay, as you see her kind of jump, as she double jumps in the air, hits the wall, hits the platform, double jumps again, hits the platform, boom, one more time, and then does like a flip, and flips over to the other side. She's like, come on! She kind of ushers everybody else to come. Roy's like, oh boy. As Roy... Okay. As Roy's kind of... makes the first jump, kind of grabs onto the wall because he's so strong. He grips the wall, jumps over. He's like Hulk. You know how like in the Avengers movie where Hulk was jumping, but he was just grabbing onto the walls to stay on. That's what Roy's doing right now.
Jesus,
gripping into the wall, jumping off, gripping into the other wall, and then making his final jump all the way over. As Caroline kind of grabs his arm and pulls him over. She's like, "All right, come on." She also ushers over to Dion, for Dion. Actually, for Demonsin to go next because he's the only one who doesn't have the suit.
Yep.
Great.
So roll a acrobatics or a athletics check of your choice. You either choose acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics. So 17 plus 3.
Ooh.
All right. You see fucking Demonsin kind of sprint like he's done this shit before. As he's just parkouring on the wall, like he jumps and he starts wall running on the wall, touches the fucking the one piece that's kind of like hanging out, jumps off, wall runs again, does a third jump, does like a fucking somersault flip, and then he doesn't even need Caroline's help as he just lands down the platform with the fucking superhero pose, and he gets up, he's like,
that was easy.
That was easy.
As now it's your turn, Dion.
Alright. I'm going for athletics. Because that will be... Oh, okay. 19 plus 4.
Again, same thing. You kind of just run as you jump, when you jump, instead of actually jumping onto the platform, you jump a bit smaller. Like you jump shorter than you realized. So you grab the platform on some fucking Drake Uncharted shit, swing yourself over as the platform breaks, and just as you jump, the entire area behind you fucking crumbles down and falls as you are swinging in midair as the wall behind you is fucking collapsing and everything as you fucking land over it, do a fucking roll as you also kind of land in that superhero pose. You're like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
As the moment you guys keep moving, you guys are running more, as you know, there's a few mini obstacles that you get past easily. You know, it's kind of like just falling rocks as you guys are dodging. And once you get to the end, I need you, Dion, to roll me an acrobatics check.
Alright, acrobatics.
As the moment before you can see the ending, as a piece of rock from your blind side kind of comes down, and you know you're trying to dodge it.
Alright, that's gonna be a 16, 17, 18. 18.
Okay, as the rock kind of comes down, it's in your blind side, but you notice at the last second, you kind of fall to the ground, but roll over to dodge it as you know, everybody keeps running as Caroline kind of stops and realizes you're down. She's like, come on! As you stand back up and start sprinting, as now the entire, like, it's literally right behind you. Like, everything is, like, just crumbling down and falling out of the sky right behind you. As you're, like, an inch away from it, from, like, fucking falling to your death.
Yeah.
As Caroline opens up the portal, and just before it reaches you, everyone, boom, jumps in and teleports right, instead of in the training room, right to Dr. Hayden himself as you guys kind of just all fall in on like the cartoon shit. You jump in and you all just pile on top of each other. Guys, you guys just, we did it.
Let's do it again.
I have my like in the pile. I just have my whole hand up with a thumbs up, just running out.
As you know, all of you guys get up. Hayden's like, I see you. I see you made an entrance for yourself. Well, what matters is, did you manage to retrieve the herb?
Yes.
Yeah, Caroline pulls out the file. She's like, here, sir. You have. He's like, such a fine specimen. Here. As he gives it to the doctor, he's like, go do your work. As he turns back, he's like, is there anything else you guys found? As, hold on. Troy pulls out the sword as he's like, we found this. As the moment he pulls it out, Hayden rushes over. He's like, and just grabs it. He's like, a Titan Slayer itself, fully activated? How did you achieve this? As Roy just kind of looks over, rubs his head, and just, well, I ripped it out of a dead body, and then I kind of just put it into a cauldron of lava. As Hayden just, with just a robotic, his head just turns a bit like, huh? Whatever. This alone, with its power, and with our technology, has enough to fuel this entire city. So, because you actually noticed it, and actually Roy pulled it out, as he kind of puts it into like this tube thing, it fuels, like you can see the entire city as the lights go out for a second and come back with like a reddish flare. Ooh. And then turn back to normal, as this thing alone has just fueled the entire city of electricity, water, everything. Everything now works. So because of you retrieved this, you actually just kind of helped the city in a major way.
Hey. Where
they don't have to worry about electric lines, anything. Well, they do. It has to stay up, but like they don't have to worry about fueling it themselves. As this, literally, this artifact alone is strong enough to fuel the entire city for fucking years and years to come. That's how powerful this one artifact is.
Wow.
Told you guys.
As he's just like,
all props to Demonsin for finding out what this thing is.
As he's just like, he looks over to Demonsin as he kind of walks over. He goes, "Thank you for your assistance. It'll be duly noted, and I'll make sure to write about you when we save the world." As he kind of turns around, sits back in the chair. He's like, "You all are dismissed. I suggest you go and relax for the day. You've had a long day." As it's a nighttime out, so you guys have literally been out the entire day. Okay. You guys returned. It's literally nighttime outside. As you know, you get everybody goes back to their rooms after this mission, gets all their shit off. You know, Caroline and Roy say their goodbyes as they go back to your rooms, and you guys share the same room. So you know, both of you go back together, and again,
we roll for whoever gets the Tom Bunk.
I mean, you want to.
I mean, I don't care, but I'll join on this. I'll join on it. Just a 1d20. Just a 1d20.
Was it highest roll gets the top bunk? Or lowest roll?
Highest roll. Bunk? Highest roll has top bunk. Alright, let's go. Well, I think you got it.
What'd you get?
A 2.
I got a 7.
With those rolls, the moment Dion kind of like takes off his armor, you both kind of just make eye contact with each other and just try to scramble to the top of the top together. And you guys are fighting over the ladder, and eventually the monster just leaps over and just lands on top of the bed. He's like, "Ha! Fuck you!"
I did it!
And Dion's like, "Damn it!"
As he goes back down to the bottom bunk, as you know, now at least you guys know what's the top and bottom bunk.
Yep, exactly.
So,
it's interesting.
You guys close your eyes and go to sleep.
Yeah.
As the next morning seems to arrive, you hear a "Wake up! Wake up!" Both you and the monster are just kind of screamed awake. You're like, As you hear somebody still knocking, as Open the door.
It's like,
I'll get it, Demonsin. I'll get it. I have like the most, grumpiest expression too. Just getting up.
On the door.
Yeah.
What do you
who's
want?
waking us up in the middle of the?
No.
Waking us
It's
up
morning.
so early.
It's morning.
Yeah, it's pretty early. It's pretty early.
All
As you
right.
see Roy in front of you, downstairs in the medical area now, as he runs off.
Okay. Demonsin, we gotta go. We gotta go downstairs.
2
to
more
the medical.
minutes.
No, get up.
I just imagine the Monson with just like one of those like snuggy that's bedtime or like pajama suits with like a little nightcap on top of his head. 2 more minutes, man.
He drags me.
2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, Dad.
And
hold him
you
up
see,
the bed.
you see Dion like dragging me down there.
Yeah, I'm dragging him. Let's go.
As,
We
you know,
gotta
you get your
go.
stuff on, but you know, Demonson is too lazy to change, so he's still in his pajamas.
Yes.
As you guys get into the medical area, as the first person you see is actually Troy standing, and I need you both to roll me a perception check.
Troy, yes. He's back. And you said perception?
Mm-hmm.
13.
Demonson.
20.
Ooh.
Okay. You, Dion, are like so just happy to see Troy standing that you're not really noticing anything. Demonson on the end, you're so tired. You're like, yeah, that's great, he's up. As you, the moment you look up, you look over to what his arm used to be. That shit is a fucking minigun. His what used to be his like not his entire arm, but like his forearm. He's just like Barrett. Imagine Barrett. That
Yeah,
shit
I
is
was
a
gonna say.
minigun.
I was gonna fucking
Yeah.
say that. I was gonna fucking say that.
That shit is
Oh,
a minigun in
shit.
his hands. That's kind of standing there like, hey, you know, he's like, hey, Dion, as you like, Dion, you like going to hug him.
Yes, Dion is.
When he hugs you back, you just feel a gun hitting your back. Like, what the fuck?
Like, Troy. Like I try to like I'm drugging him. I realize the feeling. I just back off. What? Where'd you get that from?
It's like, well, when you guys were on your mission, the doctors figured they couldn't give me a real gun, and even if they did, I wouldn't be able to hold my minigun against. So they gave me this instead.
I extremely wake up. That's badass.
That's fucking cool.
Dion throw off his nightcap. That's badass.
That's so fucking cool.
Like, I guess you could say so. As right now, Roy is so fucking happy. Like Roy's just smiling.
Yeah, Roy's on a field
happy that
trip right now.
Yeah. His brother's up and he has a fucking minigun arm. He's like, yeah, no, something I have to get used to, but hopefully it'll come in handy on our next mission.
Definitely handy. Definitely handy.
She's like, but we're not here for me. Just kind of looks over, points over with his fucking minigun arm, points over to this like kind of medical bay, where it's, you know, the sheets are still up. As you see, you see Caroline go in. She's like, we're here for him. As all of you walk in, as you're standing there, and it's comatose Samuel. As Dr. Lamont is standing there, he's like, well, I will inject this into his blood system and turn off the life support. This could go one of two ways. He either is healed and brought back, or he'll flatline and die.
Dion is like in a praying, like he's praying hard.
As he plugs it in, he puts the needle in and starts injecting him. As they undo the life support, beep, 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 beep. As it flatlines, beep, beep, beep. As you hear as Samuel opens his eyes and sits up. As he looks over to you, he rubs his head. Who are you guys?
Aw, god damn it.
Oh, god damn it.
No, I'm just kidding. And that's why in the session.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Holy
And, yeah.
shit.
So, what do you guys think?
That was some fire goddamn shits.
I was trapped in a prison.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine like a scientist comes in like, all right, time to go back to your prison. I'm not changing.
I'm not
I'm not
changing.
changing.
In his pajamas.
Yeah.
I'm not changing. But yeah. Hi, Bruno.
Wow. Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, at least I kind of made friends with Caroline. That's all I care about.
Well, I can only. For Samuel.
Grilled cheese was good, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. I told you, man. She can cook.
But yeah,
that was amazing.
yeah. The story, you know, this mainly wasn't meant for combat. It was more meant for backstory and stuff. And I'm so glad you rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
That nat 20 literally gave you all the information.
Yeah.
That you could, that you yourself known. So you know,
And,
the devil's heaven now.
And after everybody's feeling better, I can explain the entire story. Of the place.
And on top of that, well, you kind of destroyed it now, but
yeah.
As he's explaining the story, I just imagine the monster just going, "Yeah, it's such a great."
Oh yeah.
God damn it! He destroyed it.
Fuck. Demons can repair it.
But yeah.
God, I want to let you know that fucking platform thing. I try to roll like a number, and I was thinking like if I go left, right, or up and down. I was like, okay, I'm gonna roll something. If it's a high number, I'll take it. If it's not, I'll choose the other choice I made. Jesus.
Hey, bro, you and fucking the monster had that lit ass shit. Okay, the monster was sitting over here running like Black Ops 3. There's the fucking superhero landing. Fucking Dion fucking runs up, fucking swings himself over. There's a fucking somersault in the middle of the air, lands or rolls into the same pose, and they're just like, yeah, we're badasses.
And fun fact.
Want to hear something much worse?
What?
Apparently my phone like shook 3 times, right? Want to hear all the 3 rolls I got?
What?
20, 20, 20.
Wow.
Huh?
That's some crazy shit.
Jesus.
3 nat 20s.
Well, and here's what's funny, for the stream it was only 2 hours. 2 hours and 12 minutes. It did not feel like 2 hours.
Actually, I think this is one of the first times it didn't feel like 2 hours, but this is one of the first times where we didn't really have breaks. Like normally, this is the first stream that nothing happened to us.
Yup, exactly.
We weren't interrupted. The other ones are 4 hours because I kept getting kicked out of the party. Okay,
nothing happened.
This is the first time nothing happened.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Let's go. I mean, I will admit there were like you did lags at some points, but they weren't really bad. Like they weren't like, you know, from you remember episode 4 where I put the the timestamps where you lied like hell. It was nowhere like that, at least.
One of my favorite parts when me and Dion had to fight whoever gets the fuck
Yes. Mine is that and mine is that and Demonsin being lynched.
Just eating the grilled cheese. Huh?
Oh.
I just imagine him with his mouth just stuffed.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm in the stream right here. And, I'll work on the timestamps later today.
I need to go take a piss.
Alright.